Okay, so today we're going to develop an app. We're going to be using Lovable. I found Lovable very lovable, very powerful, and it makes your code base deployment ready, production ready. That's the advantage of Lovable over all the other competitors. In a few minutes, I'm going to show you how to actually develop an app and deploy it to the cloud, or even create a mobile app from it, right? The native mobile app. You can actually do that. So I want us to hop over to my browser now, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. Okay, let's go. So here we are on Lovable Canvas. So what you simply do is that over here where you have my mouse, you're just simply going to write your prompt here, right? And then you hit enter, and then it does the magic for you. Okay, so for today's app that we're building, it's actually a lead generating app. The application should be able to have at least three fields, right? 3 text fields that are going to contain your search keywords. And of course, it's going to have the banner on top of it. And then it's going to have a space where the result is going to show up at the end of the search. And then another thing is that once the result is fetched from online, it's going to display it in pages, right? It's going to have page 1, 2, 3, as many results as you have available at a go. It's going to ensure that it arranges them in pages, right? And in this prompt that I'm going to put in right here, it's going to have at least 50 results per page. I have written the prompt, but then I told ChatGPT to help me refine it. Here is the prompt, and ChatGPT is going to create a more refined prompt for me. So I'm going to drop it right here, right? And you can see the instruction that I'm giving to it down here. I say, help me write a well-tailored prompt using the information above, right? Okay, because of time, I will not be able to read all the information I have in here. So I'm going to click enter. So I'm going to copy it from here. Just go copy it and put it. I'll copy it here and paste it on Lovable. Copy it here and give it to Lovable, right? And you just hit enter. Over here, you're going to have the preview of the app. Once it's done building it, you're going to have the app interface right here. And then over here, you can check your code as well. Okay, this is nice. So you can see the app right here. It is done now, right? And then so you can see the search keywords right here. You can see essentially we have 3 fields. So we're going to input the first search keyword right here. And you can see secondary keyword here, tertiary keyword right here. Before we go on, I need to explain a few things to you right here. So if you want to publish this app, right, you can click on here and then you publish it. But before you do that, you need to ensure that the app is working. If you go ahead and test it right here, for example, let me test secondary school, click search. I want to show you something here. Okay, so you can see what it's giving us here is absolutely wrong. You know why? Because what it has done is it went ahead and created default results. You can see if you look at these results, they are the same. Business 1, business 2, business 3. And it's giving me country, the United States, whereas I asked for Egypt. So you're going to go ahead and tell it to remove all these default search results. And then something else that you need to do is the fact that you need to give it an API with which to work when you publish it. We haven't published it right now, and that's the reason we have this default search result. Once we publish it, it should go live, and once it goes live, it needs an API to be able to fetch this relevant information online. We're going to go to a site, and over there, we're going to create an API. Then we'll tell Lovable to help us integrate that API into this app, so that whenever this app is asked any question, it can easily go online and fetch those information using the result from the search engine, right? So the site we're going to go to is SERP API. You can see SERP API right here. It is very free. It is free to open an account. And once you open an account, they give you 250 searches, right? To begin with. Then once you exhaust that, then you will need to subscribe. So for now, you can see here in my own account, I've only used 26 out of 250. So and you can see over here my API. If I want to regenerate the API, I can click on this button right here. I'll copy this API and I'll go back to Lovable, and I'm going to tell Lovable that I'm ready to host this app. It should make it deployment ready, or it should make it production ready by integrating this API into the app. Also, I'm going to tell it to update the default search results that it's giving me right here. So I have 3 things that I'm going to tell it now. So you can see I've given it, it's going to go ahead, it's going to remove this default search results, and secondly, it's going to integrate this API that I've given to it. Then thirdly, it's going to ensure that it makes it production ready, deployment ready. It's telling me to put the key here. So I'm going to drop it right in here. So it will be very easy for you to just put it at the appropriate place. So I'm going to click enter. It's actually ready now for deployment. We're going to go over here and publish it. And that's to let you know that the entire code base or your entire website or the app is going to be living in the cloud of Lovable. I can go over here and edit the name. So if I go to setting, for example, I see the name over here. So I can go over here and edit it. I can say lead fetcher, right? So I'm going to leave the name like that and click save. It's going to save it. And then I go back, cancel this out. So I'm going to click on publish. You just shipped, right? Let's share your work with the world. So you can see this is actually the URL. So I can go ahead and click on this to copy the URL and then come back. So I'm going to come over here to another tab and open it for us to see. Let's come here and open it. So you can see it's gone live. So now let's test it. Let's say secondary schools in Cairo, Egypt, and then Egypt. Let's test it out. Okay, as you can see, you found 20 leads or 20 results. So let's go ahead and see. So you can see it right here. If you read that prompt that we gave to ChatGPT to help us to create, I mentioned there that you should create a CSV file after each generation and then populate it with all the results, right? And then make the CSV file available for download for any user, right? And you can see the CSV file here. I can export it. If I simply click on this button, it's going to download it into my PC, right? And this one also is going to export it into a Google Sheet. If I click on this, for example, you can see it has downloaded. So let's check it in my PC. You can see it right here. One thing that we need to do is that we have hosted it on Lovable, but we can also host it customizably. In other words, we can host it on free hosting sites like Netlify or Vercel or Google Clouds and the rest of them. So what I'm simply going to do is I'm going to connect it with GitHub right here. I'm going to click on this GitHub connection. So over here, on my GitHub interface. Okay, so you can see the code base is already in my GitHub account. So you can see it inside GitHub, right? You can see it right here. And you can see the code base in here, right? And you can see the Lovable link of that particular app. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is that we're going to host it from here. We're going to be using a free web hosting platform, which is called Vercel. I'm going to log in right here and I'll click continue with Google. So you can see one of the apps that I hosted earlier. So I already connected my GitHub account to Vercel, right? So I'm going to go ahead now and deploy a project, which is the one we just created. Okay, so now we're going to add new project. Come here. I'm going to go, of course, you can see the latest one I created is what is on the top right here, right? So inside Getter, and that is the app that we're deploying. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to deploy. Congratulations, you just deployed a new project. This is the name of my account right here. And you can see the app is showing live here. So what you're going to do is click on continue to dashboard. Okay, so right here, the app has gone live. So this is it. The app is live now, but it is a web app at the moment, right? You can only access it via any of your browsers, right? That's how you can access it. But do you know you can convert this particular web app to mobile app, Android mobile app? So how do you convert this particular web app to mobile app? There are several ways to actually do it. But over here, I have about 3 apps that you can actually use in their web apps. What you simply do is just give your URL, the URL of that particular project. Of course, we already have the URL of this particular app right here. This is the URL. And I show you over here as well. This is the URL, right? So what you need to do is just give this URL to the app. And then you fill some other details. And that's it. It creates it for you in an instant. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and check it out. So I'm going to copy this particular URL and then go over to the app. So I'm going to type it in. We have the first one as web to app. So you can see the web to app, this one, or any of this one. So you can use this one, web to app design. You can use this one. Okay, let's choose the first one. So you can see it over here. The interface is very simple. So you get started by just filling in the registration form. I'm just simply going to sign in because I already have an account with them. So I'll come over here and log in. Okay, here is the home page of that web app converter to mobile app. Okay, so right here you can see the first app that I already created. I converted it to mobile app. So if I need to create a new project, I come over here to App Maker, right? I'm going to click on this. By changing that lead generator web app to mobile app, that we can have it installed in our phone and we can use it on the go without having to use our browsers, right? So let's go over and drop our URL here. Remember that URL we copy. I drop it here. Let's give it lead fetcher. Company name. I'm going to put my company's name right here. I'm going to say CTEX. Then this is by default self-generated right here. You don't need to tamper with this one. It's self-generated. And then those are the needful details that you need to fill in there. Very simple. And something else is that you can change the logo, right? You can see the logo right here. You can change the logo. In case you have any logo that you want to use for your app, you can go over here and click and then you change it. So I can change it, but since we don't have any need to change it with, I'm just going to leave this one as the default logo of this app. So I go ahead and click on next, make app right here. Okay, it's making the app right now. Yeah, it's done now. You can see automatically it's listed it along with the previous one I did. You can see it's right on top of the list. How do I get the APK file? I can click on this cloud icon right here, or I click on this sprocket icon right here. If I click on this sprocket, I'm going to, among the drop down details here, I'll see download. I can click on this download and it's going to take me to download page where I'll download that. And if I click on this cloud icon right here, it's going to take me also to the download tab where I also download it. So you can see right here, right? I'm going to click on download. Almost done, not done. So it's done. So I'm going to go to my local machine. I'll open it right there. So I'll come here, come to my download zip file. So what I need to do is to actually unzip, right, before I can have access to the APK file. So I'll go over here, create another folder, and I'll drop it inside. And then I'm going to unzip it. I already have Win right here. And that's it. So you can see over here we have the APK. This is the APK file that you need to install on your phone. So I'm going to copy that APK file to my phone. I'm going to copy it. Then I'll go to my phone. My phone is already connected to it. So I'll come over here. I'm going to drop it in one of the folders right here. I'll drop it in this folder. Then I come to my phone. I'll try to locate that folder in which I dropped the APK file. So I'm going to click on it. So you can see right here it's showing me to install. You can see lead fetcher. So I'm going to click install. Okay, now it's done. So I'm going to open it. So I click it. So you can see it here, lead fetcher. So I click on it. So you can see how beautiful the interface, the same interface that we had on our web app. That's what is right here, right? So we've been able to convert that web app into mobile app that you can now see on my mobile phone. So I can go ahead here and use it. Let me see, what can we search for right here in Lagos, Nigeria. So, and I'm going to put in more search keywords right here. So I can put Lagos. Okay, then I click on search. Okay, so you can see it found 20 leads. It's always getting 20 as the most leads that it can get at once. Meanwhile, I told it to get at least 50 per page. So that's something you need to refine in Lovable. So you can see the leads here, 20 of them right here. Okay, so that's just about it. Okay, there you have it. I guess you enjoyed it, right? If you did, go ahead and share with someone who might need this, like it, subscribe, and then put your comment down there.